Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Between Two Logs with my guest, Evan the T-Rex Singleton. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Round of applause. So many of you may not know this, or you may. Me and Evan are actually pretty good friends, would you say?
I would like to think so, yeah.
So thank you for coming here today.
Yeah. What are we doing?
He's a good friend.
Yeah, good friend.
The T-Rex, the mastodon, the saber-toothed tiger, they're all prehistoric animals.
Yes.
What made you choose the only one that cannot reach its own food?
What do you mean by
They can all feed themselves. T-Rex is the only one that can't reach its own food, right?
Well, it doesn't have any use, very, very much use for the arms, obviously, because they're so small, so that's kind of why it just uses his mouth for everything. So,
Okay.
cutting out the middleman.
So he's a forager.
Potentially, but not really.
I guess the jury's still out of that one.
Yeah, there's still a lot of debate in the scientific community.
Speaking of debate in the scientific community,
Oh, God.
I've read recently that a bunch of scientists have gotten together and they have conveyed this very crazy fact, right? Dante, show a few clips of some dinosaurs from Jurassic Park for me real quick. So we just saw the clip. We have a quote from a scientist over in Austria. It is our understanding to the foundation of scientific research and education for prehistoric animals that the dinosaurs described on screen through Jurassic Park do not show buttholes when they should. That's the scientist. They showed the poo one time.
What group of people came up with this again, this statement?
The National Research Tech Institute of Austria in prehistoric mammals and reptilians. So how do you respond to the scientists' assertions that the dinos are not being presented in a realistic manner because where does their poo go? Are they like Kim Jong-un where they don't have to poo because they're so good at life?
Yes, they burn the energy from inside.
Is that why they're extinct? Did they spontaneously combust maybe?
Sure, that's exactly what happened.
We'll find that out. Don, we'll do some research.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
How do you respond to controversy? I'm sorry, let me finish. How do you respond to controversy so poorly, and why do you do it that way?
I like to think that I respond to controversy relatively well. I try not to feed into it. I've noticed that with controversy, the more that you feed into it, the more everything kind of gets blown out of proportion. People take words out of context, and you pretty much just can't please everybody. So I just kind of do what makes me happy, and what makes me happy is ignoring it.
So now I'm going to paraphrase you here, of course.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Paraphrase quote from Evan T-Rex Singleton. All you boys aren't on my level, LOLs. Is that not stirring up the controversy?
I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to give me some outlandish quote, but that actually sounds pretty accurate.
We're going to have to bleep the part. Dante, bleep the part. No. This is a family show with Evan.
It's a stretch. Yeah, I may have been in a heightened emotional status when I said that. I may have just hit a really, really big number in the gym. I may have done really well in a competition, so maybe I lashed out a little bit.
Would you say that controversy follows you, or you create the controversy?
A little bit of both, actually.
Normally he's a lot of fun. I don't know what he's doing here, but he's doing his own thing. What's your favorite moment in Strongman?
For me personally, it was tied for first is pulling 1,000 pounds in competition for the first time and winning the deadlift championships in Manchester for Giants Live in 21. Those were both really important to me.
My favorite moment in Strongman history, it's not even real Strongman history, it's you, because you're a Strongman, and it's history because I've seen it. It was that time you decided to join the Mario Kart League. We have it right here, actually.
The shot here. The shot here. Oh! Dove for the line. Right there, unbelievable. Straight back up. 3 seconds. That will have to do.
Speaking of banana peels, you're about to go against some of the biggest athletes in the world next year.
Yep.
Where do you put your chances, and why do you think that it will be better than previous years?
A combination of a couple of different things. The training atmosphere has changed for me. I'm able to focus primarily on my training, my recovery, and everything like that. I've also been working with a sports psychologist to help work on my mindset when I am competing, which is something that I probably struggled with in the past. So I'm going to be doing pretty much everything I can to ensure that I put on a great performance at World's Strongest Man. And I am confident that with the set of events and the circumstances are all right for me, I'm confident that I can easily get podium.
Yeah, me too. There you have it. Evan Singleton going to make it out of the heats this year.
Yeah, I am.
So, I just want to, we talked about the dinosaur not having buttholes. We talked about Kim Jong-un not having butthole. He doesn't pee either, from what I heard. Do you have a butthole?
Yes.
Is it one of those situations where, like, you're afraid if you don't use it, you'll lose it? You've spent probably 8 of the last 9 months overseas. Various things, competitions, showing up unwanted, things like that. Yeah. Why do you like the United Kingdom better than the United States?
I don't.
Okay. Maybe you should stay here once in a while.
I live here.
Define live.
I have legal residence here.
What is your favorite part of the United Kingdom?
England, I guess.
So England is your favorite part of the United Kingdom?
Yes.
What about Scotland? Are they part of it?
Yes.
Are they part of it?
I enjoy going to Scotland and to compete in front of that crowd. They're always a really good crowd. I have a very hard time understanding them.
Have you been to the, you heard about this exciting, Scotland Ministry of Health? They actually hired the Stoltmans to teach the youth how to pull out. Have you heard about that?
No, I can't say that I have.
Now, of course, prior to, everyone talks about your wrestling career. I'm not going to bring that up. I understand it's a sore subject. I remember I failed a test in 10th grade, and I don't want to talk about that test anymore. So let's go before that. You're from Dutchland, PA, right?
Lancaster, Pennsylvania, yes.
Yep. Lancaster or Lancaster?
Well, there's a little bit of a difference depending on where you're from. If you're from Lancaster, typically you say Lancaster.
So we know you had trouble reading growing up because of the candlelight Amish country. So can you read this?
Yes, I can read that.
Would you care to let the audience know that you can read? Prove it.
It says, I are stupid.
We're just having a good time here at the Between Two Logs. As we exit tonight, bid you adieu. I would just like to say goodbye. And of course, Evan here has made a career out of almost making it. So I really want you to give some motivational words to the guests here. How can they almost make it, and can they actually make it someday?
Yes, I firmly believe that if you work yourself hard enough and you chase your dream every single day, that anything is possible.
Mr. Rogers signing off.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of Super Happy Strongman Hour. I'm Happy Josh, joined by Super Anthony, our producer Dante. What's up, boys?
Oh, hey, welcome myself back. Yes, I will do that. Dante, thank you for being back as well. And so impressively dressed. I look at you two, you're both just dressed to impress.
Exact. Got to be
And I
the
just-
world's #1 podcast.
I really just want out there the professional manner in which you start this podcast is just so amazing, especially given the shenanigans that happened prior to, during, and basically the whole time leading up to this show. So like to just pull in all the shenanigans, manifest that professionalism. Kudos, sir.
Hey, we're the #1. People are saying we're the #1 podcast around. So
Yep, the
got to be
fans have
professional.
spoken.
Got to dress the part. Anthony, you got a haircut since last time.
Have
Dante,
I?
I think so.
Was I still the caveman hair last time?
I Thanks. You look extra handsome this time. I don't know if I'm just getting a crush on you filming these episodes.
Oh,
or what,
it's
but
this
you
new
look good.
skincare routine I'm doing. So like, I'm getting older, so I got bags under my eyes. So I get the little dot stuff, and I'm starting to put under my eyes so I don't look so sleepy all the time.
Maybe that's it.
I think they're working. It's well worth it for $14.99. Available
Okay.
on Amazon. Use code Furman for 10% off.
So anything else happened since I saw you guys last time on episode 1?
Oh shit. I mean, besides that beautiful eye cream, I saw Black Panther, the Black Panther 2. You guys seen that one yet?
I'm sure Dante has, but I have not.
Actually have not. I'm falling behind.
Oh, it was an emotional roller coaster, and I cried. I cried during it. It made me cry. I'm not gonna lie.
Awesome.
They got me.
But well, we've been to some strongman comps.
Look at Josh. You're so uninterested in Marvel that like
I don't-
you have
I don't-
nothing to
I
say
don't-
on the whole thing. You just
No, listen, you
immediately-
can ask Dante. I know nothing. You actually threw a curveball at me because I don't know the difference between Marvel and DC even. Because
So
I've
I said
never seen
Marvel,
any of it.
and you start panicking. Like I don't know where we're gonna go with this segment.
I literally Dante knows I know nothing about Marvel or DC or any of that
You know
stuff.
what? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna come up with a new Marvel themed segment just for Josh to produce every week. He has to produce it.
No,
What do you
should-
think, Dante? Like
I'm for it.
he has to be a
All right.
different character every week and produce
have-
a segment.
I have a segment right now, Anthony. All right.
What do we got?
Ask me, say a movie, one of your dorky movies like Black Panther or whatever, and I'll say if it's I'll genuinely, in my heart of hearts, guess if it's DC or Marvel.
Does it have to be? Oh, I don't know why, but I immediately went to The Big Green, which has nothing to do with sports.
I've literally never heard of that.
That's a soccer movie from 1994. So
All right.
we both lost that game.
There we go. All right, we actually tied for the first time in our new segment. Guess the movie.
Guess the movie. You are gonna get a Marvel themed challenge from me every week now. This is gonna be.
I'm
I'm gonna turn this into something fun.
I'm looking forward to it. But well, boys, I'm really looking forward to episode 2. Let's get into the news. So, welcome to the news segment. News in Strongman this week for our episode, I think, is just OSG official Strongman games has come and gone. I think a little more adversity than we're used to. Anthony, you've been.
Wait, hold on, Josh, hold on. We're
What's
getting
that?
a special report from weatherman Kurt Gert. He's live on the scene in the official Strawman games, actually.
Hey everyone, this is Curtis Gert coming to you live from the beautiful Daytona Beach, Florida. We're here for the official Strongman Games of 2022, and I could not be more excited to be here, guys. The weather is absolutely amazing, as you can see. Everyone seems to be checked in, weighed in, and ready to go and ready to hit the ground running for this weekend's event. So I've been trying to locate some of the strongmen to interview. Unfortunately, I think for some reason they're all in their rooms. But I would really, we're going to be pursuing some of the athletes to check on their preparedness for the weekend and see, how their preparation was and how they're ready for the weekend. So keep on the lookout, and I'm going to keep checking in with them. The weather seems to be a little bit spotty, so I'm going to go ahead. Hopefully it clears up here soon, but I think we're ready for a really strong weekend of events and strength. So then in the meantime, until I can find a living soul here, back to you, Anthony.
And thank you, Curtis. I really appreciate that. You truly are brave and stunning. Back to you, Josh.
Thank you, Kurt. It's nice. That's how big this podcast is getting. We have weathermen that boots on the ground that we can just go to. Obviously, the weather kind of stole the show at OSG, right? We just saw it there with Kurt. Hurricane Diana.
I would say it tried to steal the show. I would say that the collective will of the community would not let that hurricane affect the show.
100%. So some changes had to go down at OSG had to go from 3 days to 2, had to change some times on deadlift, on cut a sandbag, change the farmers a little bit. But at the end of the day, the guys and girls that were going to win a world championship, in my opinion, won a world championship, and they overcame everything that same adversity that everyone else had to.
So here's how I look at it. Yes, slimming down the time and changing events, any sort of order, probably had an overall effect compared to what it would have been. However, because it was changed, everybody got shifted to this whole new set of probabilities. So what could have been stopped mattering as soon as it had to change. So it literally doesn't matter that it changed anything because it's out of anybody's control. And so the same athletes had to adjust to the same conditions under new circumstances at the same time is as fair as they can get.
Hey, and you talked about it on episode 1. As strongman grows, as the sport grows, as the athletes have bigger prize payouts and they're treated more like athletes, they're going to have to adapt like athletes and act like athletes. So we saw it last weekend at OSG. And
let's Dante, pull up my favorite clip of Brett Favre.
Details in the Brett Favre scandal involving the misuse of welfare funds to build a volleyball facility in Mississippi.
You know, Brett Favre, his father died Sunday night. And on Monday Night Football, he went out and threw for 5 TDs.
5 TDs.
It's all the person dependent. His entire world was shattered. Everything changed around him immediately, and he adapted because he's a champion. And that's what these champions did at official strongman games. They adapted, and that's why they're champions.
So congratulations. You guys are all like Brett Favre. Every champion. The one Anthony Furman, you heard it first. You guys are Brett Favre.
The greatest quarterback that has ever played the game from the Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre.
Who stole the show? What were some noteworthy stuff? What did you guys see?
So I got to be honest, it was chaotic on the ground, and that's a testament to the amount of athletes that showed up and support, and family members and everything. There's a lot of bodies in that space. They moved it into a smaller space, which I thought was brilliant because it made it feel more packed. But when you watch enough people do the same thing over and over, it kind of all blends together. But I can't get over how adaptable and how everyone overcame it. Like, it's crazy to think of like the shit they had to go through just to get there and then have to still overcome things. Like, to me, that was it.
100%. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you forget this contest. We're all in America. You have all these other nations coming in. You're trying to fly into a hurricane, flights getting canceled, everything.
We had my favorite representatives from Zambia there. They come in every year, and they're facing a freaking hurricane. It just is a chance to represent their country, and it's just amazing. And those are the real winners in my book. Is those 100%. Athletes right there.
I think every athlete that just made the sacrifice, like you said, they got there and they did it. Obviously, we have some new crowned champions. Ben Donen in the 80s, he won Clash, and Clash burst them onto the scene.
Impressive fashion.
No one even had him on their podium, and he came in and stole Clash, and now he comes to official strongman games and steals the show, and he's just, without a doubt, right now a true champion.
One of my favorite competitors this year overall. It doesn't matter, open, female, male. He just the way he came on the scene, broke a record, continued to break records, won a world championship, won another world. It's just like
he has the deadlift record now too. He deadlifted almost 800 pounds at 175 body weight.
That is insanity. It's so impressive.
And the funniest part is he has like his American hat, like, because Clash was in Denver. He must have bought just like a Denver's Broncos hat there, and he's just wearing it during OSG, like dominating. It's just my favorite
that's
thing.
So cool. That's so cool.
Like, it was like my favorite thing. So
he's a Broncos fan for life now.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. No matter where Clash was,
You're welcome, John Elway.
Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Also, new champions in the 90s. Andrew Clayton came back for the 105s, obviously, and kind of ran away.
Dominant.
Yeah,
fashion.
It was a hell of a performance. And let me get your thought on something, Anthony. So there's some talk in the strongman community, some of our toxic groups and threads, and you know how it goes, Reddit and Facebook and people are saying Andrew Clayton should have an invite to World's Strongest Man. And it's unique because the 40 plus gets an auto invite, right, for winning.
Yeah.
And it's not, you don't have to speculate because they literally do the same weights. And Andrew Clayton would have beaten Zydrunas Safikis. And no, they didn't go head to head, but just based on the results, there's stuff that could have changed. But should Andrew Clayton get a bid to World's Strongest Man?
Absolutely. I think so. I think I've been a proponent of it. I've been a proponent of it since they brought in the OSG, like in the current format.
You were the OG proponent guy that was talking about it. You were the OG.
And that's part of the reason I started Clash was because they wouldn't do it. So it was kind of a middle finger.
Well, okay. So if you look at the history of World's Strongest Man 2, and when I say light right now, it's going to be, obviously it's relative, but World's Strongest Man runs light because the events.
Andrew could compete. Andrew Clayton 100% would be a threat to get out of any heat he's in World's Strongest Man if he's given enough time.
100%. Look at Mariusz Pudzianowski. He was dominant.
I stopped doubting Andrew years and years ago. You cannot doubt, like, if he says he's going to do something or he can do something, it's at this point where he literally just keeps doing what he says. So at some point, everyone has to say, okay, let's give him this opportunity. He's going to do what he says.
I want to just text him and just say, you won't win World's Strongest Man, because you're exactly right. Like, I feel like he will just literally win World's Strongest Man because he's just overcome, like you said, everything.
It's that elite athlete, that Michael Jordan style, that top of their field style mentality where it is, win at all costs. I'll do, like Michael Jordan, he used to make up rivalries in his own mind, to go against players and motivate himself. We do it today in social media, but
right.
But it's the same thing. They create rivalries so they can do better and have someone to fight against instead of themselves.
Right. But just, I guess, long way of getting to congratulations to everyone that competed, that won, that made their first OSG, their fourth, their whatever, everyone that did it. And
I hope every single person came away feeling like they want to make the sport better and like they want to go back where they're from and grow their communities. That's what we need. And that's what big, wonderful shows like this can do, is just grow that love of community.
Right. And, congrats to Lynn for running another OSG, but to overcome and be able to make the adjustments that he had to do, it's
huge. It's huge. And it's something that nobody on this earth can say, I would have done this, I would have done that, because nobody has had to. He's the only person that's had to do that.
Right.
So all the credit to Lynn for adapting and making it go off the way it did.
Don't we have some inside footage from the rules meeting, Dante?
Social media scuttlebutt hour. We are getting reports live across various social media outlets that everybody is upset about something, especially the rules meeting. Dante?
Holy shit, you guys!
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Well, that's an awesome look there at the rules meeting.
I just, you sit back and just watch things, social media unfold, and it's just, you're never going to get the story unless you were there. And the people that are there know what happened. Everyone else can kind of just flap their gums,
Yeah, everyone from the peanut gallery like us can just speculate and chirp.
And that's why we have fun with it, because if everyone's going to get mad, we might as well have some fun. Hey, speaking of OSG and rules meeting, we talk about there's a lot of athletes from a lot of countries. And to this day, the year's 2022, open source internet, I still see people weighing their lifting belts way too high. Well, I'm talking like nipple height.
Way too high.
And I don't know what kind of weak rib cage they have that they need that much support around it, but they need to go see a doctor. So anyways, it got me thinking, what if I had a production company that could make a commercial dedicated to people that had belts way too high?
Zone Smelling Salts presents Real Strongman of Genius.
Real Strongman of Genius.
Today we celebrate you, Mr. Wear My Lifting Belt Way Too High guy.
Mr. Where am I lifting way about too high guy?
In the pantheon of greatness, you are betting high. So high that it covers your nipples.
Let them babies breathe.
No shirt, no shoes, no self-awareness, no problem.
It just feels so good.
No matter how badly you are mocked, you will not relent. No matter how bad your nipples chafe.
I just put some tape right on them.
In a world full of problems, you choose not to be a solution. So strap your nips in for the long haul and crack open a fresh zone smelling salt and lift, Mr. Wear My Belt Way Too High guy. Lift.
All right, here we go. I'm doing it. All right, we're back. That belt in that video looked awfully familiar, and
too familiar.
Little too familiar, a little too close to home, I'll say there, Anthony. But we were just at a contest last weekend, and we even saw it there. But as we were at the contest, we had a booth. It was for a great cause. We were at Camouflage Courage in Independence, Ohio, home of Stipe Miocic, the UFC champ. It was actually at his gym.
Nice.
And
Stipe Miocic. Sorry, I had to.
Oh, it's all good. And so we didn't get to meet him. We didn't even get to see him. It's not even really.
Why bring him up then? What the hell?
He just trains there, so it's like big UFC belts there.
Well, way to just tease me a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, now I'm just shutting off now.
I did hip toss Dante, and I destroyed him in a wrestling
match.
So that turns you back on.
Hold on, I'm back for that.
You're back. But yeah, as you guys saw in episode 1, a segment we do here is highlight an amateur of the week. So we were out there. It was a small show, about 20 competitors for a great cause. They raised over $2,000 for a local VFW.
Love it.
And it was just a great time. Met so many people that we could have had as this amateur of the week. Chose our buddy Jimmy. It was his first ever strongman competition. He had been doing it for a couple months, being in and around the gym a little bit, but so new to the sport and so green. And I guess we'll just go right to Jimmy to accept his award.
Hey, Josh and Anthony, this is Jimmy here. Just want to say thank you for winning the Amateur of the Week award. I certainly feel like an amateur considering how my back feels about 8 days after the competition. But in all seriousness, it was an absolute blast competing in my first strongman event. And a big shout out to Kyle for putting on Camouflage Courage. Honestly, I never thought I'd be doing a strongman show in my life. And if you asked me that even, 8 days before the competition, I would have said the same thing. But took a look at the weight matrix. I'm like, hey, I think I can actually hit some of these. You know what? I think going into it, I was like a bit nervous, and I didn't want to get last place, and all that stuff. But honestly, I would just tell someone that's thinking about doing a show, just get out there and do it. No one really cares where you place. Honestly, if you just ask a random person, they don't know the difference between a 60-pound circus dumbbell and 120 pounds. So no one's going to think you're cool or not cool because you don't hit a weight. And honestly, I just want to say that it was the whole environment and the kind of community around it, I was very impressed with. I think one of my favorite takeaways from the competition was a couple of days afterwards, I was like showing a friend at work, and I'm playing one of the videos of me hitting the circus dumbbells. And, there's a guy in the background that's just screaming like my name, like, let's go, Jimmy, come on, man. You can do this. And my friend goes, oh, is that your best friend that you train with in the background screaming your name? And I'm like, no, that's a random dude I literally met like 20 minutes ago. Screaming my name. So I think it just goes to show that everyone there is, really supportive and there to have a good time. And if you're thinking about doing a show, honestly, just get out there and do it. And I don't think you'll regret it. So thanks, guys, and really enjoy the first episode.
Hi, everybody. Harry Carrot here. We are live from the UK for the World Deadlift Championship. Up next, we have Eddie the Beast Hall, attempting over 1,100 pounds. Wow, that's heavier than a Cork Sammy Sosa bag. He said on in. I'm so excited. And it looks like he's getting ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we may have a world record here. Oh, he's lifting the weight. My Lord, he's done it. He did it, everybody. A new world record of 1,100 pounds. Oh, I am so blessed to be here today. Oh, and he's down. Eddie Hall's down. Heck, if I lifted that, I'd probably bleed straight out of my penis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up coverage here at the World Deadlift Championship. So enjoy a tall, cool Budweiser. And tune in next time. The Cubs win. The Cubs win.
And now we're back.
And now it's time for the Dante Show.
And it's the super wacky, zany Dante questions.
Gentlemen, are you ready?
I'm going to try to get one right this week.
You got one right. No, you didn't get one right.
No, I did not. I got shut out.
Oh, boo.
I have 5 questions for you this week.
Okay.
And they're multiple choice questions.
Oh,
I'll read off each multiple choice, and you guys will both answer. And I will tell you the right answer after. So you guys both have a shot at these.
Okay, so are we going head to head?
Yes.
Okay.
But you guys both are going to answer before I tell you the right answer. So one doesn't get like a competitive advantage or anything.
Okay.
I didn't win because of a competitive advantage.
Listen, we're just trying to give
Anthony knows way more.
No, listen, I feel like I'm being teamed up against.
I literally feel like they had to dumb the game down for me, which they did.
You're
multiple choice,
you're golfing from the blue tee, Josh.
Yes.
You're golfing from the blue tee.
I'm at the women's tees. And you're at the backs, but
yeah, man, I'm still
right, I like
it.
Thank you. That's my boy Dante looking out for me. Go ahead, Dante.
Question 1.
Okay.
One of the events of World's Strongest Man is called the truck pull. How far do you have to pull the truck pull in the 2010 event? A, 80 feet. B, 50 feet. C, 100 feet. Or D, 60 feet. Josh?
Was the first one 60 or 80?
80.
Was the last one was 60?
Yes.
Oh God. I feel like it's gonna I'm saying sick. I'm saying A.
I'm over here meditating like
I got the yips. I'm saying A.
I'm going 100 feet.
100 feet is the correct answer.
Oh my God. I second. All right.
Josh, you're so bad at this.
5-0.
This is all based off of 2010 World's Strongest Man.
Oh my goodness.
All right, for the keg toss event at 2010 World's Strongest Man, what did they toss the kegs over? A, a river. B, a steel wall. C, a truck. Or D, a sand pit. Josh.
See, it's always I feel like I can see the sand in the throws from all these videos when they throw. But Anthony laughed kind of a little bit.
I know. I think all the other ones are misdirect. I think it's sand. I think they're in sand still.
I think it's sand.
So you guys both think it's sand?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a steel wall.
Bullshit. Show the video. Proof right now.
All right.
I have the yips, dude.
All right. Well, no, he's going to show the proof because all right.
First event, by all rights, he should have won it, but remember, he dropped the sack and had to reset it.
All right, go ahead. So 5-0 all time.
Sneaky.
1-0 today.
You sneaky.
I'm coming back, dude. I'm coming back. Right now, I'm changing it.
No, yeah, still you're down 5, bro.
We got like 10 million episodes still to go. So I'm playing the long game.
The long con. All right. Next question, Dante.
Okay. In the 2010 group events known as the Power Stairs, how many weights are used in this event? A, 6. B, 4. C, 1. Or D, 3. Josh.
6. Final answer?
Anthony?
3.
3 is the correct answer.
All right.
This is hurting him. This is hurting him.
I'm like fading myself now, and I'm going against. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
All right, this one's for you, Josh. This one, you should win this one. What is the last event in the strongman contest? A, globe stones. B, bench stones. C, power balls. Or D, Atlas stones.
Thank you. I'm on the board. Atlas stones.
Anthony.
I'm gonna have to concur with Dr. Hendrickson over
Pussy.
there.
Oh,
I'll
Ding,
concur
ding,
with
ding. Atlas
Am I
Stone's
right?
correct. Yes.
Dr. Strawman over there.
God.
Okay,
I
Josh
know
is finally on the
everything
board.
about strongman ever.
When's your dissertation on the history of the sport coming
God.
out?
Whew. Thank
right.
you. I'm on. Is
Last
that
question.
everything?
Last question.
Okay.
In strongman contests, there's an event called a car carry. What would the strongman be wearing for this event? Like when they're inside the car carry, what do they wear to help carry the car? A, a jumper. B, a harness. C, a hat. Or D, a jacket. Anthony?
Hold on. I feel like you're trying to trick me.
These questions got a lot easier from last.
No, he's trying to trick me because
Harness.
realistically, hold on, a hat could be very useful if it's sunny out.
You can say that. I'm locking in harness. Final answer.
No, I feel like this is misleading. I'm going to go harness too, of course.
Harness is the correct answer.
But I'm just saying there's multiple right answers to that one because
not from this one. It's my quiz, my game. I get the right and wrong answers.
And those are Dante's rules.
Recently, when I became deathly ill, I was able to summon an ambulance, my next-door neighbor, my family, and my doctor without picking up a telephone. I used this remote control to contact LifeCall, my 24-hour emergency medical response service. Watch. You just press this button and speak into the air and...
I'm having chest pain.
I'm calling paramedics and your family, Mr. Miller.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
See? Protect yourself with LifeCall, and you're never alone. To get complete free information by name.
And now we're back.
Dante, I think it's time to open the phone lines. Let's get 5 full lines. Let's talk strongman. What's our call in? 1-800 SHSH.
Can you handle any more right now? I've noticed you rolled your sleeves up. Are you getting warm or what's going on over there?
I'm just happy to be on the board. All
right.
I need to get my mind off it. I need to hear from strongman fans, super happy strongman fans around the country.
I've never seen anyone sweatier from trivia. No, you're right though. I think you're right. I think it's a good idea. I love you. I love the fans.
Dante, we got full lines. We ready to take some calls?
Yeah, just say the word and they come through.
All right, here we go. Let's take caller one. Caller one, you're on.
This is Billy Bob from down yonder. Do you think the boys with the Stars and Stripes gonna give it to them fellas across the creek?
All right, Billy Bob from down south, down yonder, I think he said.
I have never heard somebody that has never left their hometown as much as that man.
So wait, we gotta answer Billy. We appreciate Billy Bob from down yonder calling in.
What was this question? I was so focused on the voice.
Do we think the boys in Stars and Stripes are gonna win the Strongest Nation contest at the end of the year?
Are we allowed to have an opinion? Won't just everyone get mad if we say someone to win? We'll make someone angry.
I think we've made enough people angry already. But USA is gonna win.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. You know, it's a lot of first time international travel for some of them coming. Some of them are coming off. The women are coming off a big show. You know, I know it's a fun show and everything, but every little thing affects performance, and those are the unknowns. I would say.
There's a lot of unknowns too, because they haven't said is Martins gonna partake in the event?
If he so chooses.
Yeah.
They've been quiet. Like Ober's just kind of quietly slipped out of there like a sneaky little snake.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I didn't know Ober still was competing.
He isn't apparently. He was supposed to compete at this, and then he just isn't.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'm not mad about it. I think it's whatever. Go pursue. Go live your best life. Looks like he's having the time of his life. Filming with Eddie and Eddie.
Save some room for the History Channel, Obers. Come on.
Hey man, if that dude has learned how to make money off of how he looks, and he's perfected that art.
Absolutely.
True.
We got another call.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, now we're waiting on the producer.
Sorry, the Wi-Fi's lagging today. Josh is taking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hello, gentlemen. It is Donald J. Trump. It is an absolute honor and privilege to be featured on the show this week. People are saying the show last week did absolute numbies. Now let me ask a question myself. Who is the best looking out of you three? Thanks, and have a jolly day.
What an honor. What an honor. 45th president. You talk about getting some people mad, Anthony.
Wow.
I'm not going to say a president can't call to the show. Are you? I'm not going to take an old president of the United States, the 45th, whether you voted for him or not.
I don't know, though, man. I mean, we're already kind of risque. If we start accepting the presidential, maybe we can get a pardon, though, if he ever gets back in.
Well, listen, we don't know who's calling in.
But
anyone can call in on these lines.
That
awesome. Was Donald J. Trump. Dante, did you not listen to the call?
But Dante's saying anyone can call in. Like,
anybody, that could be anybody.
I welcome, President Biden to call in. That's an honor that
does he I feel like he still has a Rolodex and he still can't remember where he put it last.
Well, President Trump, honor that you listen to the Super Happy Strongman Hour, sir.
Especially, sir, thank you so much for finding time in between subpoenas and jury and courtroom appearances to reach out to us. I appreciate it.
It's an honor. Well, I mean, I guess he asked who we think is the most handsome. Dante's out. We can eliminate that.
Are you kidding me right now?
Dante was never in, so Dante can't be out.
I'm the producer.
Well, why don't people?
Why don't you shore up the blush on your face, Dante? You look a little better.
It's not part of my pay grade.
I hate to argue with Anthony about who looks better. Why don't we, if you're listening right now and you're on YouTube, why don't you comment who looks better? Right?
Even better. Dante is going to get ready. He's going to screenshot on the count of 3. Is going to be our pose. 1, 2, 3, go.
Boom. Comment below and let us know who looks better. All right. Well, honor to have President Trump call in. Dante, we got another call?
Yep, right now.
Hey guys, Craig Peters checking in here again from Allegheny County. I just wanted to say I really enjoyed that you guys did your headshots in there so I could tell that you aren't fatsos like Mark Madden from 105.9 The X, that fat loser. Thanks, bye.
No, thanks, Chester, but not or Craig.
But for real, Mark Madden, leave Kenny Pickett alone. The kid is learning.
Hey,
leave KP alone. He can't fucking do it if you just keep nagging him, man.
Craig,
sorry.
Not much of a question, Craig. I mean, I appreciate you saying I don't look like Mark Madden. I'm sure Anthony and Dante do too, but thank you for calling into the show.
I used to know a guy named John Madden, no relation to John Madden.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. You meet a lot of crazy people named in the Army.
I believe it. All right, I think we're getting to the end of the episode. We'll take one more call. Dante, put one more through.
Hey, how you doing? This is Paul from Upstate. I got a question for you real quick. I love hitting the deli on 83rd. They've got great people, great service, great quality food. But I'm eating a lot of these pastrami, salamis, all the yummies. And people are telling me to eat chicken breasts instead of the processed meats for health stuff. But God, I can't get enough of their Italian. It's so fucking good. Do you think there's really a big difference on that? Because I like contributing to their business. They're great fucking people. They're in the family. And I'd like to keep going there. I don't even think they have grilled chicken. So what's your opinion on that as far as, the diet and health is concerned?
That was the longest question about should I eat chicken that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, Paul from Upstate looking for nutrition. I think he's looking for nutrition advice, or is he looking for someone to talk to?
Both, definitely both.
I mean, I would say I can tell you what I do. I would just stuff my face full of chicken McNuggets until the question got out of my brain. But that is why we have partners such as this segment presented by Simple Nutrition Meals.
Son, are you okay? Is anything wrong?
Dad, it's just, when me and Pork get older, we want to be big and strong like you, and it's just eating the same food day in and day out. It's, it's almost like we're eating dog food. We want to be big and strong, but I wish there was a way for it to taste good and enjoyable, but, it just sucks.
Son, why are you always on your phone at the dinner table?
Oh, just eating this dog food is boring.
Hold on, wait a minute. I think I got something.
Wonder what cut into my brother? Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Guys, I got it!
What is this? Here, Dad. Simple nutrition meals. Looks delicious. It's like a quick, convenient, and healthy meal. We don't even have to prepare it. It's already ready for us. It tastes great. Man, this is awesome. Now that we have our simple nutrition meals, I just want to say something I've never said before, Dad. I love you.
Love you too, son.
And so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets! I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the my way, and more, much more than this. I did it my way.